Once again, I welcome all of you for the online lecture session. Last time we have started a poem which has been written by Roald Dahl. We have the same. So in this lecture, we are going to complete the remaining part of the. So let's just start with this poem. Okay, the remaining part of the poem. As you know that there are total 94 lines are there. There are no stanzas, or the poem has been not written stanza wise. It is completely like from 1 to 94th line. It is continuous. Okay, but it has a very different meaning in each and every line, but ultimate message is that to stay away from the television. It is not good for you. So let's start once again with the remaining part of this poem. The nursery shelves held books galore. Books cluttered up the nursery floor, and in the bedroom by the bed more books were waiting to be read. Such wondrous, fine, fantastic tales of dragons, gypsies, queens, and whales, and treasure isles and distant shores, where smugglers rowed with muffled oars, and pirates wearing purple pants, and sailing ships and elephants and cannonballs crouching round the pot, staring away at something hot. It smells so good. What can it be? Good gracious, it's Penelope. So first let's understand some of the new words and their meaning. Okay, very quickly. First one, which is very simple. Galore. Galore means in plenty, many books. Okay, the shop is filled with gifts galore. Like whenever we go to any novelty store for buying a gift, we can see many gifts are gifts are kept over there, okay, on a shelf. So that is like gala, so that we know very well. And let's start with the meaning. What is the real meaning of these lines? So the poet has said the nursery shelves held books galore. Books cluttered up the nursery floor, and in the bedroom by the bed more books were waiting to be read. Means he wants to say when we were small, at that time there used to be books everywhere. In those earlier days, the nursery shelves were full of books. In nursery schools, books remain scattered on the floor, and whenever we used to go to nursery school, we used to find the books are everywhere. Even in their home, the bedroom and the bed, books cluttered up everywhere. But now instead of books, we can see only one box, that is a television, and which is just creating a problem to our vision. Next, what the poet has said, such wondrous, fine, fantastic tales of dragons, gypsies, queens, and whales, and treasure isles and distant shores. So here in these lines, poet talks about the popular books of adventures. Okay, that children used to read in his time. In those days, boys and girls read fantastic stories of dragons, gypsies, queens, whales, and treasure islands, smugglers, pirates, okay, sheep, elephants, cannibals, and so on. So there was a variety of stories about gypsies, about dragons, queens, kings, their kingdoms, about whales, okay, about various islands and all that. So such a variety was there, and all the kids used to feel very happy to have one book to read. But now the time had changed, everyone wants to see the television. Okay, so here poet wants us to remind, without television also life was very awesome, good. Okay, let's check in the next. The younger ones had a Beatrix Potter. with Mr. Todd the dirty rotter, and Squirrel Nutkin, Pigling Bland, and Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, and just how the camel got his hump, and how the monkey lost his rump, and Mr. Toad, and bless my soul, there's Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. Oh, books, what books they used to know, the children living long ago. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go throw your TV set away, and in its place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. Here, what the poet is saying. The younger children used to read stories written by Helen Beatrix Potter, an author of children's books featuring animals with colorful illustrations. Like here you can see there is a dog. So like that only Beatrix Potter, she used to illustrate the stories with the help of some beautiful and colorful illustrations of animals. Dahal here the role Dahal, the poet, is saying he just the stories were just awesome, fantastic stories on animals. He also mentioned some of the stories like how the camel got his hump, and some characters like Mr. Toad, Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, etc. From those stories means variety of characters were there. What's a variety? But in television, we just watch the television again and again. Some of the things which are not meant for our age, we also watch those, which is not good thing. So because of all this, we can easily understand poet's love for those books and how he enjoyed them in the childhood days. When we read all these, we come to know that the poet has enjoyed his childhood. That's why he knows so many names, so many books. Correct? So he is saying now, requesting actually to the parents for their own good to throw away their television set and install a bookshelf in its place. Okay, so what he is insisting, so parents, we had a very good childhood. We had many types of books, a variety of books for reading, and that's why we became so creative, and it provided a food for our imagination as well. So instead keeping a television, just replace the same with a bookshelf. You can have a bookshelf. So here just bookshelf is there. There are many books on the bookshelf. Let's understand what he has said here as well. Then fill the shelves with lots of books, ignoring all the dirty looks. Okay, just have a bookshelf. First, all the children, they won't like this idea. They might screams and yells, the bites and kicks, and children hitting you with sticks. Okay, maybe they'll fight with you. Oh, why you just thrown away that TV set, that television? We want television, but don't listen to them. Fear not, because we promise you that in about a week or two of having nothing else to do, they'll now begin to feel the need of having something to read. And once they start, oh boy, you watch the slowly growing joy. So here poet is saying after installing the bookshelf in place of TV set, parents are going to face some dirty looks, screams, yells, bites and kicks from their children. They may even hit them with sticks, but the poet insists on filling that shelf with lots of books on various topics, ignoring all those screaming and such. Okay, and here the poet assures that after a week or two, those children would find nothing to do without a TV set around. And just imagine, childrens, if you don't have TV set at home and you are having only story books, what you are going to do? Of course, you are going to read one or two story. Once you like a book, you will start reading on daily basis. You'll just read and read. Okay, so this is what poet is expecting. Let's last lines that fills their hearts. They'll grow so keen. They'll wonder what they had ever seen in that ridiculous machine. That now sitting foul, unclean, repulsive television screen, and later each and every kid will love you more for what you did. Will love you more for what you did. The poem is written by Roald Dahl. Okay, let's first understand some of the new words and their meaning. Nauseating means what? Causing sickness or churning of the stomach. When you have foul stomach, it's because of the like the smell of rotten food in the garbage was nauseating. Like whenever you take some foul smell, you feel bad. Okay, so that feeling is nauseating. Wondrous means it's wonderful or remarkable. Okay, when you feel wonderful, so that feeling is called as wondrous. And install means to put a machine or a system into position and make it ready for use, that is called as installation. Now we have seen whole poem and these are the last lines which we have to understand, correct, which we have to understand. So let's just see let's just see what poet wants to tell in all these last lines. The poet is saying once they start reading, means you students start reading, the only way is ahead of them. They'll find it interesting to read more and more books that will give them the imagination and thoughts, the knowledge and wisdom, the satisfaction of mind and heart. And at one stage, they'll grow so keen on reading books that they'll wonder what they had found in that silly machine called television. Okay, so there would be a time when they'll think why we used to watch television. That was a really boring thing. And they'll start loving the books. They'll find the television screen disgusting. That's what repulsive, not at all good. Okay, because they'll discover the real joy of reading books. And finally, each and every kid will love the parents for giving them the opportunity to find real joy in reading books, isn't it? Even when they would grow up, they would thank their parents for taking that television set away and installing the bookshelf there. The and poet is saying for reading and only reading, that it is really very important because it develops the imagination, creativity. Okay, and it doesn't spoil the health of the student as well or the kids as well. So today we have completed this poem. The poem is very simple. Television, we know the television very well. Everybody has got the television set at home, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes, we do have. So what you have to complete in homework? You have to complete workbook S3. You have to complete workbook S3. And at the same time you have to write new words and their meanings. New words and their meanings you have to write from workbook S3. Okay. I hope you have understood what you have to do. Very good. Thank you so much for listening so patiently, watching this video. In case if you have not understood anything, please you can ask me. Okay, we have completed the poem and we have completed all the lines explanation as well. If you have not understood, please do not forget to let me know by calling or by messaging me. Thank you so much for listening me so patiently. Thank you.